Hi guys, welcome to another video. I have to make this video because I have discovered today or tonight, up front, sorry, whatever it means, happy Easter to everybody, to everyone. But I have to tell you something what I have discovered. Today, from all the discoveries I made, this is the greatest discovery I have made. And I'm sure, but I'll go later because I'm very, very excited. So as you guys know, I work at UPS part-time, night shift, and daytime. I have plenty of time to observe. Walking along an hour, thinking, observe the nature and stuff like that. Looking in equations, looking in theories, and in historical events from geniuses like Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Copernicus, Johannes Kepler, Tycho Brahe, and all that. Those pioneers, they discovered amazing things, the phenomena of nature. So this is what I'm telling you right now. You see it already. I covered it up because I'm going to show it to you in a minute. Let me a quick background. In our history, physicists and mathematicians and astronomers appeared in our historical timeline, and each one of them said that was claiming that the Earth goes around the Sun, and the planetary and the stars also. And other people said that the Sun goes around the Earth. So some of the people said the Sun is the center of everything, and everything goes around the Sun. And other people said that the Earth is the center, and the Sun and the stars goes around the Earth. That the Sun and the stars goes around the Earth. So that's the greatest discovery, and I'm sure I'm on the right path and on the right way. And look at this, and it just came out in an instant. So I did some drawings, and I think you guys saw it. A few pictures I've uploaded on Facebook, what I've discovered. Okay, so let me go to a person. He lived in 1500. In the year 1546, and his name is Tycho Brahe. Tycho, let me just read a Wikipedia about him real quick. Tycho Brahe was a Danish nobleman known for his accurate and comprehensive astronomical and planetary observations. He was born in Scania, then part of Denmark, now part of Sweden. Tycho was well known in his lifetime as an astronomer, astrologer, and alchemist, and has been described more recently as the first competent mind in modern astronomy to feel the passion for exact empirical facts. So he claims that the Earth is the center of our planetary system, that the Earth, everything circles around the Earth. Not how we think nowadays. We think the Sun is the center and everything goes around the Sun. But he says in 1546 that the Earth is the center. So in his model called the geocentric model, and it is essential a geocentric model that the Earth is the center of the universe. The Sun and the Moon and the stars revolve around the Earth, and the other 5 planets revolve around the Sun. It can be shown that the motions of the planets and the Sun relative to the Earth in Brahe's system are mathematical equivalent to the motions in Copernicus. Now, I saw all different kinds of models, how the Earth goes around or how the Sun goes around and stuff like that. And remember, if you look at my Facebook timeline, I mentioned a lot of Johannes Kepler and Tycho Brahe. And the interesting thing is that Johannes Kepler was Tycho Brahe's assistant. So Tycho Brahe was the teacher and Johannes Kepler was his student. And it came out later on that Johannes Kepler murdered Tycho Brahe. And Tycho Brahe, he says that everything is a geocentric model. That's how that the Earth is the center, the moon and the sun goes around the Earth, and the 5 planets go around the sun. Now, and I'm telling you, I think I know why Johannes Kepler killed Tycho Brahe. Because Tycho Brahe discovered something very astonishing in our universe. And I can confirm, and that's this great discovery I made today or tonight, that Tycho Brahe, what he saw, I can confirm absolutely because I have discovered it too. And look what I'm gonna show you in a second. And let me read one of his quotes, and his quotes are hitting me so much because it's true what he's saying. Look. I'm so excited. And the other thing is, after I drew that, what you're gonna see now, a Bible text popped up in my mind in an instant somehow. And don't ask me how I do that, or it just comes from itself. It's like, I think it's like Isaac Newton, that he walked alone and suddenly the apple fell in his hand from the tree, and by that all stuff came in his mind. I think kind of like I see similarities. I only can explain, I don't know how else. So Tycho Brahe, let me write his. So wait, the Psalm says, 119, 104 says, your precepts I get under. That's the Bible. The Bible verse that popped up in my mind when I discovered it and I drew it. 30 minutes later, this psalm popped up in my head from the Bible, and that goes, your precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. Your word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light to my path. I have sworn and I will confirm that I will keep your righteous ordinances. And that just bent me out of the chair, because now listen, Tycho Brahe's quotes, what he said, what he has discovered, and I think Johannes Kepler murdered him because he discovered it and somehow they want to move it away, like under the table, that nobody goes into it or just investigate it. So his firm says, his Tycho Brahe's quote says, with a firm of steadfast mind, one should hold under all conditions that everywhere the earth is below and the sky is above, and to the energetic man, every region is his fatherland. Now, the next quote is exactly what I have discovered, and I bet no one has discovered, only Tycho Brahe in 1546, or Johannes Kepler, and therefore he killed Tycho Brahe, and he hided it, Johannes Kepler. Because in this quote, what I'm reading right now, it's exactly what I have discovered in the universe. And I drew it over there. Now look, listen to his quote, the next quote from Tycho Brahe, 1546. According to his geocentric model, that the earth is the center. And the sun and the moon goes around the earth, and the 5 planets, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, around the sun. Now listen to this very careful. Tycho Brahe's quotes. When according to habit I was contemplating the stars in a clear sky, I noticed a new unusual star, surpassing the other stars in brilliancy. There had never before been any star in that place in the sky. I conclude, therefore, that this star is not some kind of a comet or a fiery meteor, but that it is a star shining in the firmament itself, and that has never previously been seen before our time in any age since the beginning of the world. And I have discovered the star he's talking about. And it's not a planet, and it's not a star itself, and it's not a meteor. Exactly what he's saying. And another next quote, I come to it. The next quote, what he said is, "Now it's quite clear to me that there are no solid spheres in the heavens, and those that have been devised by the authors to save the appearances exist only in the imagination." Now let me read the quote that hits me absolutely, because I have discovered the star he's talking about. He says, Tycho Brahe, 1546, and I think that was the reason why Johannes Kepler murdered him, because he discovered it, and Johannes Kepler somehow, I don't know what his purpose was, either he was hiding the discovery or whatnot, I don't know. So let me read the quote again. "When, according to habit, I was contemplating the stars in a clear sky, I noticed a new unusual star, which I discovered, and I drew it over there, surpassing the other stars in brilliancy. There had never before been any star in that place in the sky. I conclude, therefore, that this star is not some kind of comet or fiery meteor, but that it is a star shining in the firmament itself, one that has never previously been seen before in our time, in any age since the beginning of the world." And then the psalm again, the Bible verse, "You precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Your word is lamp to my feet and a light to my path. I have sworn and I will confirm it, that I will keep your righteous ordinances." And this is what I discovered, what Tycho Brahe is talking about. 1546. That's the star. That's what Tycho Brahe is talking about. Let me read it again, his quote. And this is my biggest discovery I have made. "When, according to a habit, I was contemplating the stars in the clear sky, I noticed a new star, an unusual star, surpassing the other stars in brilliancy. There had never before been any star in the place in the sky. I conclude, therefore, that this star is not some kind of a comet or fiery meteor, but that it is a star shining in the firmament itself, and that has never previously been seen before our time, in any age since the beginning of the world." And this is the star, guys. That's the star he's talking about. And it's not a single star or a single meteor or a single a single excuse me. It's not a kind of a comet and not a fiery meteor. So this star is what he's talking about. And this star is, because I was, for hours I was looking at a geocentric system and other system from other people that they pretend that the sun is the center of the universe. And Tycho Brahe says that the Earth is the center of the universe. And I was looking deeply into the observation. You have to have a lot of patience, and it comes from itself. So that's the star he's talking about. And I think because Tycho Brahe, when he saw this, Johannes Kepler was his assistant, and he killed Tycho Brahe, murdered him. I think he murdered him, but it was a suicide, something like this. But Johannes Kepler was Tycho Brahe's student. And I think Tycho Brahe discovered this, and somehow maybe Johannes Kepler wants to put it under the table somehow. That's the star, what he's talking about. And this is how the star comes around. And it's not a meteor, it's not a star, a single star you see, or a meteor. This star is created by the sun, by the earth, the moon, and the sun. Now, this in the middle is the earth. on the geocentric model, this is the Earth is the center of the universe. The Earth is in the middle. And the moon I put in different position. That's how I discovered the star. The moon goes around the moon goes around the Earth, and the sun goes around the moon, around the Earth and the moon. So see that? So this is the sun. I put it just like east, south, west, north. So like, you know, I can put here another suns on it, but just like that we have like a symmetrical thing. So that's the sun. The green dots is the moon, and the Earth is the center. And look what you see there. It's the star. He's not talking about a star you see in a universe. Somewhere in the universe it looks like this. You know, the stars we see, thousands of it, or a meteor that falls down, whatever. He's not talking about that. He's talking about that star that is created by the sun, the earth, and the moon. And here you go. That's what I have discovered. And it's really astonishing. It fits 100% perfect. When according to the habit I was contemplating the stars in the clear sky, I noticed a new star. An unusual star surpassing the other stars in brilliancy. There had never before been in any star in that place in the sky. Now, if you ask me how did I got this constellation, I tell you how. What I did is, when the Earth is the center, the moon goes around the Earth, and the sun goes around the moon and the Earth. So what I was doing with these three planets, I was connecting them in a triangle. The Earth, the moon, and the sun. It gives a triangle. And then here the same thing. The Earth, the sun, and the moon, the triangle. And here is another triangle. Here's a triangle. And if you look at it, it's a star. It's so incredible. And then the Bible verse, the psalm that popped up in my head. Your precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Your word is lamp to my feet and a light to my path. And you see my Facebook that when I draw the other planets, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, it looks like if you make those in a triangle, it looks like that, like 2 feet. And this star is under those 2 feet. So here's the left feet, here's the right feet, and this is the lamp under the feet. So thank you for watching. I will go deeper into it. It's really astonishing. I'm so excited. So thank you for watching, and happy Easter.